Hey guys, did you know that I have a Patreon where you can support me and plus get awesome rewards? Or if you're thinking to yourself, but Julian, I want even more bang for my buck while still supporting you, you can pop over to my Redbubble and check out my awesome store with new designs appearing regularly. But for now, enjoy the video you're about to watch. Hey guys, it's me, Julian Greystoke. I'm wearing my writer's shirt. I've got Candy, my laptop here, and we're going to be doing a video that was requested by one of my patrons. Over on Patreon, there is a level where you can boss me around. That means suggest a video for me to do, and I will certainly do it unless it is totally something that doesn't work for my channel. So, my lovely patron, who's been waiting a while for this, whose name is Ashley, said, I think I'd look at a video about how you encourage yourself to write, what you do to keep going, and how you keep focus on writing. So this video, Nigel is here. This video is going to be very sort of personal about me. This isn't going to be an instructional video about how you can do all of those things. It's more how Nigel hits me in the face with his tail. It's more how I do it, how I keep focus and motivation, and what drives me and helps me keep up with my writing. Because some of you know that I'm a very dedicated writer. I have a lot of books out there, and I write almost every day, at least during the week. I take weekends off usually, and holidays off, and that sort of thing. Nigel's being very chummy right now. But how do I do it? Especially since I've not had a lot of success as far as getting published and that kind of thing, which is my ultimate dream.
To dream the impossible dream.
So, it sounds really weird, and I've been thinking about this for a while because it's taken me forever to get to this video. I apologize, Ashley. I'm terrible. I will get to your patron suggested videos, hopefully sooner in the future. Anyway, one of the things that keeps me going, or at least I think really keeps me going with my writing, is my mental illness. I'm talking about anxiety. Now, I'm not saying that, oh, thank goodness, I have anxiety, but it does drive me. It is a huge driving force because my anxiety just is a constant voice in the back of my head that says you should be doing something, you should be working on something. Sometimes it's not terribly healthy. Sometimes it does not allow me to ever have any downtime and relax, which I'm not super excited about, but it is always that voice in my head that's like, what are you doing to further your writing career? What are you doing to get your stories out there? Get to work. And as annoying as that is, I can credit my frustrating mental illness for keeping me going a lot in my writing. If you have a healthier voice in your head that motivates you, that's much better, but that's what kind of drives me, one of the things that drives me. On the flip side of that coin, too, is that writing helps my anxiety. If I'm having a really strong emotion, if I'm having a bad anxiety day, writing is a really helpful way to deal with it. And I think a lot of it stems from people with anxiety often feel like they lack control. And writing, what better way to have control than to control an entire world that is all yours? So I think it kind of goes into a circle where maybe some of the more unhealthy parts of my anxiety fuel my writing sometimes, but also my writing helps my anxiety. Another thing that drives me is I'm sort of an introvert with an ego. I do value my own writing, and I have the ability to say that my writing is worth it. My writing is at least as good as at least some of the published books that are out there. So it deserves to be published. And so that is another thing that really drives me along, and my constant just driving force to be like, someone must publish something of mine. I will continue to work until somebody does. It's this thing that just makes me shove my manuscript in people's faces over and over again until someone pays attention. It is the quiet jumping up and down of the frustrated author. And of course there is always the classic, if I never got published, would I continue writing? Of course I would, because I am a writer in my heart and soul. That is what I was born to do, it feels like. If I don't write, I start to go crazier than I already am. I need to write. There are too many stories in my brain, and even if nobody read them, if I was the last human being on Earth, I would continue to write stories because they will not be silent, as the shirt says. Now, of course, I really want people to read my stories. I am not one of those writers who like secrets their stories away and is like, the world must never see. I write stories for people to read, but even if they were just for me to read, because I write the books that I want to read, I would still keep writing them. Now let's talk a little bit about how I keep focused while I'm writing, because sometimes that can be hard. I can be easily distracted. A lot of it comes down to disciplining myself. I cannot allow myself to listen to anything really but instrumental music while I write. I've tried listening to other things and I just get distracted. However, I also allow myself micro breaks. Some people might have trouble with this, so I don't suggest this for everyone, but as I'm writing, I allow myself to stop and very quickly see if anything is happening on Facebook, or very quickly see if anything is happening on Twitter. Usually takes a minute tops. I don't deep dive. I don't go in there and just go down the rabbit hole of Twitter or Facebook. I just peek and see if anything new is happening. That gives my brain a little reset. It gives it a little break so it can then come back in and start writing again. I would have trouble with like a concentrated writing sprint where I'm not allowed to ever take these little micro breaks, because my brain just every now and then needs to step back and then step back in. I don't know why, that's what it wants. If I go on a long writing jag without stepping back in, and sometimes that just happens because I'll really get into a groove, then I feel like I need a longer break when I'm finished. And also I have pretty good discipline, especially since I was able to write at work, to be like, okay, I have free time, let's quick knock out some words, let's do this. Because I do value writing very highly in my life. I value it above a lot of other things, and it is about how highly you value writing that really will help motivate you. So I value writing more highly than, say, relaxation time sometimes. So rather than relaxing on my break at work, I'm going to sit down and get some writing done. Rather than relaxing when I get home from work, I'm going to sit down and get some writing done. Anyway, I hope this video is what Ashley was looking for, and I hope that they enjoyed it. And anyone at that level on Patreon can feel free to suggest more videos for me to do. And of course, remember that I post new videos Mondays and Fridays. All the links to my social media are in the doobly-doo for ease of your clicking. If you liked what you saw here and you wish to see more of it, my channel is chock full of content. I've been doing this twice a week for a very long time, so please go check out more of my content if it interests you. And if you liked what you saw here but you want it to be higher quality, then you can support me over on Patreon, where any donation will go towards getting me better equipment. And I will see you guys again next time with whatever it is I happen to be doing next time. Bye! Hey everybody, it is shout out time again. Time to shout out to my patrons, Amanda, Ashley, Celia, Kim, Lisa, Ramona, Sabby Panda, and Sarah. And if you want to be great like these amazing people, then become my patron over on Patreon.